Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Daily here, and today we're going to be talking all things Jedi Survivor. But before we get into that, here is an instant gaming giveaway that is going to let you potentially win the game as well as a Disney replica of Cal's lightsaber. Check it out. Real quick, guys, before we get into the rest of the video, you have a chance to win in the next 4 days Jedi Survivor and your very own Disney lightsaber replica. If you go to Instant Gaming, click Participate Now, and then you go ahead and click Participate right here, and boom, you are entered in to win the giveaway. Instant Gaming has a ton of Star Wars games as well that you can purchase. You can also pre-purchase Jedi Survivor if you like at discounted prices. I highly recommend utilizing Instant Gaming. It's what I buy all my games from. Either way, guys, thanks for watching this ad read, and let's get back to the video. Alright, guys, so Jedi Survivor is only 4 days out now, and I have been wildly anticipating this game since I finished Jedi Fallen Order. Of course, we're going to end up playing it on the channel just like we did with Jedi Fallen Order, but today I wanted to talk about what you can expect from Jedi Survivor, how it's going to differ from Fallen Order, the new things that are available in the game. Because right now, if you look at a lot of the trailers, it looks epic, but it does kind of look like the exact same game as Jedi Fallen Order in terms of mechanics and things like that, but that would not be the case. If you look at the actual gameplay that I should have playing in the background of this video, you'll see that there is so much more to it. So I'll show you some trailers, which are epic, and I'll also show you some gameplay, which just shows how much more there is to this game. If I were to describe what I have seen of Jedi Survivor thus far, I would say it's like Hogwarts Legacy, but Star Wars. Now, the previous Jedi game, Jedi Fallen Order, was a lot more linear and had a much more just straightforward storyline, which I guess is what linear means, but Jedi Survivor looks a lot more like you can really take your time with the adventure and go about it at your own pace. Now, the Hogwarts Legacy analogy doesn't exactly work one for one. Hogwarts Legacy, you can do the entire game without doing the storyline. It seems like Jedi Survivor, you do have to follow the storyline along, but you do get opportunities to diverge from that path and try new things. There are side quests, side puzzles, as well as even mini bosses that you can go and fight. And they're not just meaningless. If you go and fight them, you can get perks through the side quests and thus make your character even greater. So if you don't do any of these side quests, it seems like you might be a little bit under-leveled for the main storyline, but if you diverge from the main storyline, every once in a while, you might actually be able to really over-level your character. I think this is going to be awesome because, quite honestly, one thing I got a little bit bummed out about with Jedi Fallen Order was just the constant next phase of the main storyline. I'm someone who really loves open world games because I get to go and sort of mess around a little bit between the main storyline. That's just my weird ADHD way of playing video games. So Fallen Order, was amazing, but it didn't give me that little dopamine hit of me finding some little secret side quest and completing that and then getting to go back to the main thing, like getting that little rush of, oh, I completed something small, yay, let's go back to the big thing. It just wasn't there for Fallen Order, and I think Survivor is going to do that pretty well for me because I love doing that in Hogwarts Legacy as well as, other classic open world games like Breath of the Wild, things like that. Now, I keep using the term open world and, Survivor doesn't seem to be exactly open world, it's semi-open world. There's a lot of exploration that you can do across these many planets, and apparently they are extremely vast too. So this is actually going to also play into sort of the replayability of the game, is that you will have so much more to explore throughout these stages that on your first visit to the planet, you might not have noticed these things or fought these side quests or bosses or whatever. So there's going to be a lot more replayable. But I don't think it's exactly open world in the sense that you can literally do whatever you want. Like in Breath of the Wild, you can literally go fight Ganon day one and you don't have to do anything else. I think there are restrictions to Jedi Survivor. You do have to unlock things and stuff like that, but it is more open world in the sense that they do have fast travel points, so you can get to places a lot quicker and double back to other locations to revisit them and things like that. It does seem a lot more free-spirited, free world, I guess you could say. But it's also not just the world that's expanding, it's also all of the characters. Clearly from the trailers, there are so many new characters that we're going to be able to meet and learn about, and that was one thing I loved about Fallen Order, was all of the characters felt extremely fleshed out. You really got to know them throughout the combat and things like that, and we even got to meet a few known characters from the Star Wars universe. So I'm hoping with Jedi Survivor, we also get some other characters that we know from the Star Wars universe being introduced to us again in this universe. I think that would be really great. But on top of that, I think it would be fantastic if they, introduced new characters and brought back the Fallen Order characters, which clearly they are doing. And I'm just hoping that they're just as fleshed out as the original Fallen Order game. And speaking about these characters, the character design and also art style of this game is a lot more pleasing to me than Fallen Order was. There's a lot more beautiful color texturization and stuff like that in these trailers. It could just be for the trailers, I don't know, but even the gameplay looks a lot better. And the character design reminds me a lot more of like the old Republic Star Wars. I don't know if anyone else is getting this vibe, but a lot of the monsters and other characters and stuff like that are screaming Old Republic to me, whereas Fallen Order screamed to me more like the Force Awakens character design. So I'm pretty hyped to see some more Old Republic stylized Star Wars, because there's definitely different styles of Star Wars throughout the years. You know, you've got the movie stylization, which is very sort of straightforward Star Wars. Then the Old Republic gets a little bit more zany with it. And then, stuff like The Mandalorian is a little bit more down-to-earth realism. So it's very cool to see the Old Republic style coming back here. And not just that, we're also getting some prequel content here. Actually, a lot of prequel content here. There are not only droidekas, there are super battle droids, there are B1 battle droids involved in all this. There is a ton of droids, which is really cool because droids are some of my favorite enemies to fight in any Star Wars game. I just love the droids, and they're bringing back the classic droid banter. There's some great clips online of droids talking just at an outpost and just going on and on about nothing. It's very Clone Wars-esque from the TV show, how these droids banter, and now Cal will actually even respond to the NPC banter, making it feel even more in-universe when you're playing, which I think is just a really nice touch. Now, on top of all of that, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the combat system. So another worry of mine upon seeing the initial Jedi Survivor trailers and stuff like that was it's going to be the exact same combat as the first game. And I did like the combat a lot in Jedi Fallen Order, but Jedi Survivor is enhancing it and doubling down on it, which I like. I think that's going to be really, really cool because they are adding a ton of different ways to customize your Jedi. There's now a skill tree that is way more enhanced. In Jedi Fallen Order there was 3 sections to the skill tree. This one has 9, so you can go all out designing your Jedi and customizing him and making him fight the way you want. It reminds me a lot of Skyrim, and I loved Skyrim. And on top of that, there's 5 different fighting styles for the lightsaber combat as well, which is cool that they're initiating even more styles into the fighting, because that's how Jedi did it. That's part of the deep lore of Star Wars, is that every Jedi fought differently. And the fact that you get to sort of choose your path on how you are going to fight in this is going to be really, really cool. So it feels a lot more like they're letting you customize your character, they're letting you explore more, which is exactly what you need a sequel to a game to be. In the first one, you establish it, you write a good, solid story, you make sure that the mechanics at its core are very, very fun, and with a sequel, you have to expand that tenfold. You have to expand the story, you have to expand the mechanics, and you need to give the players more customization options, and they are clearly doing that tenfold here with Star Wars Jedi Survivor. So I am super excited about this game. I hope you guys are too, because I will be playing it on the channel on release day. I've already pre-purchased it, and you guys, again, can get your own copy of the game, as well as potentially a lightsaber over on Instant Gaming. Link in the description below to the website, and you can go ahead and sign up to participate in that giveaway on the home screen. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you're going to be picking up Jedi Survivor. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.